One day, they just stop. No goodbye, no explanation. The texts go unanswered. The phone sits face down on the table, screen glowing quietly with messages nobody will reply to tonight. The posts stop. The chair at the meeting stays empty. You start to wonder, did something happen to them? Or did they finally figure something out that you haven't yet? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the smartest people you know eventually vanish, and what it really means. Highly intelligent people learn something most of us never do. Attention is a currency, and they refuse to spend it carelessly. While others get pulled into every argument, every group chat drama, every "did you hear what she said" conversation, they quietly opt out. Not because they don't care, but because they've learned that most conflict resolves itself, and most gossip changes nothing. You'll see it in small ways. They put on headphones when the office starts arguing. They sit by the window instead of joining the noise. They journal instead of venting to 10 different people. And when the invitation comes for something that will cost them their evening and give nothing back, they say no. Calmly, without guilt, without an essay-length excuse. It looks like distance. It's actually discipline. Every no they give to a draining conversation is a yes to the work, the ideas, and the peace that actually move their life forward. At some point, something shifts. They stop checking who liked the post. They stop replaying conversations, wondering if they said the right thing. The opinions that used to keep them up at night just stop mattering as much. This isn't arrogance. It's the quiet result of finally trusting their own judgment more than the crowd's. One day they delete the apps that used to run their mood. They walk through a crowded street and don't scan every face for approval anymore. They catch their own reflection in the mirror one morning, and, for once, the smile isn't for anyone watching. It's just for them. They sit alone on a mountain at sunrise, and for the first time, the silence doesn't feel lonely. It feels like freedom. Because when your confidence stops living in other people's opinions, you stop needing an audience to feel like enough. Notice the smartest person in the room during an argument. They're usually the quietest one. While everyone else rushes to react, they're doing something most people never learn. They're thinking before they speak, or choosing not to speak at all. Silence isn't weakness, it's a filter. It buys time to see what's actually true before reacting to what only feels true in the moment. Look closely, and you'll see it in their hands. Folded, still, calm, while everyone around them gestures and raises their voice. That's why they can stand by a lake at sunset and feel nothing but calm, while everyone else is drowning in noise. That's why they can walk into a room full of chaos and leave it exactly as composed as they entered it. Somewhere along the way, they learned the most underrated skill of all, the power of simply not saying everything they think. So if someone intelligent has slowly faded from your life, stopped texting, stopped showing up, gone quiet, it's probably not because they stopped caring about people. It's because they started caring more about their peace, their growth, and their purpose. Watch them now, sitting on a park bench, unbothered, letting the world rush past without needing to keep up with it. Standing at the edge of a cliff, staring at a horizon that finally feels wide enough for who they're becoming. They didn't disappear. They just stopped performing for a world that was never really watching that closely anyway. And that faint smile you catch on their face, that's not sadness, that's peace. So here's a question worth sitting with. If no one was watching, would you still be chasing the same things? Let me know in the comments. And if this made you think, you know what to do, subscribe, because there's more where this came from.